Hello, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away and see what's coming your way. I see there are two tears of joy already popping out of your cup, and I see this can be the timeline wise the second week. You might maybe even the third one. There's an exclamation mark forming here. Very important message might be coming here. And before that, maybe some good news. And then afterwards, maybe there's a follow-up showing, okay? Another thing I see here is tears of joy coming again, but this is opening up a pathway. So when I mean the tears of joy, it doesn't always mean that's something that is going to make you cry. It can be something really exciting happening, which is opening up a pathway connecting with something far, far away from you at this moment. So this kind of tells me it's a quantum jump energy. What do you mean by the quantum jump? What I mean by that is maybe something is too far away for your reach right now. Maybe you're planning to buy a house, for example. You're going to get a mortgage for a 30-year pay, and you're thinking, oh, it's 30 years away to own it. I was listening to one of the Joe Dispenza's videos the other day, and he says that when you're aligned with the energy, you pull that reality from that future to yourself faster, okay? So that's exactly what I saw here. Your good news coming in, you're pursuing that. This can be or a leap or gap in the field. Maybe something is actually, you're finding a shortcut. When you follow that, it's connecting far distance future to a very short period of time, it seems here. I know it sounds a little woo-woo, but if you listen to Joe Dispenza, I think he explains it much better. And I think I heard an interview that he had with, I forgot the name of the guy, and he says, remembering the future that you want to live. So I feel this is something that exists for you already. You have access to it. You can reach to that in a very short period of time. But it's about being in the energy and the feeling of that future at this time, okay? I see there's here something rising out of your heart, which is you can see kind of looks like evil eye, but I feel like this is something totally different. This can even be you actually recognizing something that's available to you at this time, and something rising out of your heart, which is a mountain. There's a mountain right here, which is a ring right there, commitment. There are two people holding hands, reaching to each other. It is pointing you towards a direction. Mountain can be indicative of an obstacle that when you overcome on the top, you're going to be the victorious. You're going to be maybe if this is a competition, you're going to be beating a big crowd. If this is something that you have as a lifetime goal, it is going to give you a higher perspective, higher quality, or higher status. Okay, it can be symbolizing that. But this is not, you're not alone there. The inspiration, the passion, the desire is rising out of your heart. It's about pursuing that. This is it's directly pointing out to the mountain here. You're follow this direction. It's like an arrow point for you. It doesn't really look like where it's directing you is a final outcome you want to have, but it seems like it is something exciting. Okay, it's rising out of your heart with a very high energy, something exciting. That's why I feel like that can be something that will inspire you at first, and then it's going to lead you towards your highest, this desire. Another thing I see on top of the mountain is you can see the top of the mountain is flat, so it can be some place that you can really when you get there, you're going to be able to enjoy it. It's not like a peak that you're sitting on or you're trying to fit yourself. It is a plenty of space. It has an open space for you, which we have also an elephant's head right there showing up. Elephant can symbolize long-term financial security, stability, creating a legacy, and also it can be a long-term passive kind of an income source energy here. I see that, but it doesn't mean that it is passively creating itself, because elephants take a lot of care, a lot of work to grow and raise, and then they are really strong. And I heard recently that they can even learn how to paint, understand words, and they're extremely smart. So this is a smart investment that's growing and also becoming something for the long term. Another thing I see here, there's a cup right there. It's a full cup. You can see the waves of the fullness of it. Cup symbolizes emotionally fulfilling thing coming into your life, and this has two pathways around it. So it's connecting to each other. This mountain, down the mountain, off you go. You're going to explore something different. Maybe you're going to actually have the financial security here to explore different areas. And when you pursue that with the cups energy, it is going to lead you towards another successful moment. I see here a hummingbird that can be symbolizing also like the rhythm of life changing for you, the way that you're taking care of things, and you're riding this hummingbird here. This can also indicate of approaching things in a very lightly manner. Air and flying, the bird can symbolize mental energy, the creative ideas coming to you. Another thing here, this can be another air sign, Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. They're coming up here, that you are working together. You are guiding this person to maybe a certain direction. The hummingbird is really small, but this looks like a big one here. So this can be someone, even though they're a small bird, they have a lot of access to information, people, connections, communications. And right there, there's also a pot boiling under them. So they might be also already cooking something up. And this means maybe you're guiding them towards there's something cooking up here. Because you are the one writing them, or they already sensed that something is cooking. And this can be a partnership that you're forming with someone like-minded like you. Another thing I see here is the outside your comfort zone. There's a devil energy I feel here. And devil is shrinking down somebody here with like a heart upside down. Maybe they're like shrinking their heart, their goals. And this is outside your comfort zone, but you're maybe even peeking here to see what's happening there. Okay, a little bit going in there to see, question certain things. But I don't feel like you're getting involved in this situation. This can be maybe, if you're working in a department, this can be the next department, maybe manager of it, torturing other people. It can be something like that. I feel like this is going to have a use for you in the future, but it doesn't mean that you're going to jump into it right away and try to be the savior in the situation. This may be some information coming to your ear that will be useful in your progress in the future, okay? It can be something like that. Another thing I see here is a lobster claws right there, and lobster has been taken out of this boiling pot right here. We can interpret lobster as a resource, an abundance resource, because lobsters, when they actually start multiplying, like reproducing, they produce many eggs. Okay, they produce many eggs. So this can be something that you should be careful when you're handling. This can be a resource coming into your life that you should be careful while you're handling. Why? Because before the eggs actually, the lobster egg lays the egg, if you cook it, you're going to lose all of that. Okay. And I don't know why that came to my mind. It's really cruel. And I'm really opposed to that kind of thing as well. But however, I see, interpret the symbols as they come to me. I feel like you're going to hit a not a landmine. It can be something, this can turn into a gold mine, but if the way you treat it, it can turn into a landmine as well. Okay, so I feel like that's why the word came to me. So it's in the dark now. Maybe you don't really have clarity about what to do, but there's a candle you can see right next to it. Candle lighting is going to illuminate pathways and open up new pathways here for you to understand what to do in the situation. I even see someone here in a cloak, maybe someone who has knowledge, information, how to handle this. Maybe some advice required here that you need to pick up. Another thing I feel here, the candle can be indicative of prayer, asking for guidance in the prayer, and then that will be given to you, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. There's a massive chunk of money under a roof right here. This can be a bank. This can be an institution. This can be a building that you're going to enter in, which has something waiting for you there. It is in your heart right now. That's what you want. And it is one piece fell in, gradually coming into your home space, okay? I see that your desire coming in really fast initially. This is also about money. And I see there's a massive peacock right here. So I feel this is about your maybe something that depends on your visibility. Okay, you're showing yourself. Maybe you have certain desire of receiving the second chunk come in, like you're receiving your heart's desire as something material, but this requires you to be visible, more in the scene, more of handling things. That might be like the the way you're going to receive this thing into your life. I see a letter B here. There was a man's face right there. Letter B, maybe in their first name or the last name, Albert, maybe. So your desire is splitting into two, creating a tower here. And I told you that when you become more visible, this is actually turning into a wishing bone, guys. Okay, even maybe a tuning fork. It is going to all lined up and aligned with your visibility. The more you embrace yourself, the more this thing is going to keep appearing. Okay, let's dive into the tarot now and see what that one has to say. I kind of see a dragon right here. This is forming, you're putting your heads together with a dragon. Dragon can be a Sagittarius energy or a fire energy. That's someone fun, but also someone who's passionate about what they want in life. And it seems like maybe this third chunk, you're going to put your mind together and organize something, maybe even write up a paper or plan something through with this person in an ethical way, in a good way, and then you're going to like start getting the reign of abundance and ideas with them, and so you can get this thing in your heart into your home together. Okay, we have Three of Michaels. This is Three of Swords here. This can be something representative of a heartbreak that you had in the past, okay? And it is basically suggesting that it's time to release that event because you are growing out of the situation. This was here so you can learn better and you can do better. I'm going to pull more cards to see what that actually means. Time heals all wounds, it suggests. Maybe in the past you made a bad investment, or you left your certain job, or you have been let go. It can, and it's still maybe you're carrying the energy of that, and it's causing this kind of like a despair and not allowing you to see what's available, the bright skies. The Six of Swords energy is from choppy waters to the calmer shores. In order to get out of that success that comes from objective compromise, it says here, this is actually Temperance energy. It's about balancing act, like balancing things out. Okay, what's done is done. It's now to balance things, balance the budget, and balance what's available to you in front of you. And also, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Focusing on that is important. I feel like these are two cards. One of them is major arcana, the other one's minor. It's the same meaning here. Maybe you are actually, because of that heartbreak in the past, you're trying to really working hard to balance things out, juggling multiple things at the same time. This is suggesting that it's time to make work fun, or start having fun with what you're doing. Because if you don't have fun, if you don't enjoy the water, emotional side of the things, you're not going to be able to reach to this final outcome here. Another thing, from this heartbreak, it's time to move on from it, because if you have stayed there, you wouldn't have any growth. This happened because so you can grow. This can also be a relocation or travel or changing your focus towards a new idea. Nine of Gabriels is Nine of Wands energy. You are the wounded warrior here, but you have something at the end of the day. Even though you fought through all these battles, you have a product. You have here a land that you can replant. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared of any possibility. This is also an important lesson that you have learned. Utilize that. We have Six of Raphael. What comes with that is this is actually new joyful activities, maybe your childhood dreams, new friends, and it is something related to that inner child of yours that want to create wealth through maybe an activity, maybe a product. It seems like here it is coming forth. And we also have here Queen of Raphael. This is energy of cups, and this can be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a feminine energy, someone who has psychic information for you, and maybe they're going to give you guidance about how to plan to create the future that you want. Two of Wands energy is about planning for the future, getting ready for your vision, and when the time comes, the opportunity presents itself, striking fast. Okay, so yeah, that the Queen of Raphael can be Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, someone kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. This can be also in your chart. Maybe you have that in you, but you think that you need to be tough. But this seems like to me tough. Here we have the whip and the brush. This is actually symbolizing that toughness is not really working at this time. Okay, this can be creating a lot of tension. Can be the child again, come forward. Be like the child. Look at things from the perspective of joy, love, fun. Okay, instead of seeing, okay, this has to be serious. I need to look at this thing in a very serious manner. Instead of seeing it that way, this is suggesting that you can be. It doesn't mean being irresponsible. Meaning, it means that seeing things from an optimistic nature. And another thing here, being courageous too, okay? Kangaroo we have, it says courage. You're being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth. This is your spirit animal. I'm going to pull an angel for you. We have Archangel Zadkiel already showing up here for you. Three of Michael is Archangel Michael. This is an angel deck. That's why there are many angels here. But this is a specific one. We have Sihaya. 6 of Wands, victory, guys. God who took evil. Longevity protects against infirmities. And also 6 of Wands energy is massive victory. Okay. Right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add more videos here so you might enjoy them. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.